we as humans, we have ability to control that and keep it balanced. There are times when you have to be on the screen to research, to learn, to create, but not always being glued, because if you're glued like that, your dreams are going away. You won't achieve much, because you're passing time watching on what Tunde Not is posting, what is going on out there. You feel like you keep being entertained by that while your actual lifetime is passing by and you're not doing anything but watching what's going on in other people's lives. And if I ask you a question, what's going on in your life, it's the answer is always the same. It's not easy.
Today, we have a remarkable woman whose journey connects beautifully two worlds. From being a medical doctor to becoming a Nollywood actress, content creator, and comedian. Her journey shows how unexpected changes can lead to new paths and opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the delectable Farida. More than clap now.
Thank you.
Farida, good to have you here.
Thank you so much, Toby.
Thank you so much for coming, last time we saw was Akure last year.
Yeah. Global Entrepreneurship Festival.
Yeah, we didn't even mistakenly bump into each other after then.
True.
Yeah, we've just been seeing ourselves
just been on social
online.
media streets.
I know, right? Good to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so let's get right into it. What was the first thing that caught your attention when you first landed Nigeria?
It's the bush. It was green everywhere. I love nature naturally, right? So while landing, the first thing I noticed was, it was actually dark.
Okay.
It was in the evening.
Oh, it was in the evening?
Yes,
okay.
And there was no light much.
Okay.
So I noticed that some places were really dark. I was trying to figure out, is that a water? Is that you understand?
Bush, or what was that?
So I've seen the bush, the forest, and lights, and it was just beautiful. I don't know. I think that was the first impression. I was like, oh, nature. I was happy.
Wow. And was it weird? I mean, when I say weird, Nigeria is a developing country, and coming from where you came from, how was it like? From the airports, what was going through your mind when you landed?
Well, the reason I came was my ex, right?
Okay.
So I was more excited about seeing him and spending time with him more than even coming to Nigeria.
Okay.
Nigeria was not my plan.
Yeah.
It just happened. I fell in love with the Nigerians, so I came because of him, and I was more excited on meeting this guy. He was in Port Harcourt, but we decided to meet in Lagos. That was first time when I came in 2019.
Okay.
So we just spent 2 weeks together, then I went back, and it was a beautiful time. Then Nigeria-wise, of course, I was trying to adapt to so many things, and there was this culture shock moment.
Yeah.
Looking at how life is outside. Yeah. It was like you go out there and it's a movie out there every day. You don't even need to go to the cinema. You'll be seeing things happening. That's one beautiful thing about Nigeria. Okay,
that's amazing. So I want to ask about the climate, the climatic condition of the nation. Where you're coming from, I'm sure the climate is different, and it's quite warm here. How was that like? How were you able to adjust? How long did it take you to adjust?
Not long at all. I think I love hot weather, and I was already looking for ways to go to the beach and tan. We white people, we getting sun, whereby you guys run away from the sun.
I know, right?
So I was looking forward to tan, and I was enjoying the heat, and I think I wasn't missing the snow, the Russian snow at all.
Yeah, so when I think of Russia, I see cold snow, and all of that. So yeah.
So I don't miss it. Russia is cold. It's not always cold, but in the season, it's very cold. Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us more about the culture shock that you talked about? What's the funniest cultural misunderstanding you had, when you came into the country?
So misunderstandings.
I'm sure you had many.
There are many. Like trying to
Yeah.
remember the crazy ones.
Crazy ones.
So as I said earlier, right, I came to Nigeria first time in 2019 for 2 weeks. I went back. In 2020, I decided to come back again to surprise my ex-boyfriend. He didn't know I was coming. So that was in February. I came to Nigeria alone, myself. I got some gifts for his family and came down to Lagos first. And then from there, I went to Port Harcourt. And if you remember, COVID started in March.
Yeah.
So COVID was even the reason what kept me in Nigeria. I was stuck. I just couldn't go back.
Wow.
So the whole surprise happened. A lot of things happened. It was beautiful. But then COVID was a big deal. And then the actual misunderstanding during that period for me was, it was crazy how we believed that coronavirus came from China, right? So while I was walking on the streets of Port Harcourt with my ex, some people could literally scream, China, China, go back to your country,
Okay.
and then in the restaurant too, some folks were like, they carry virus for here, beg, make una go back to your country, that kind of, it felt like, oh, so even Africans also have racists,
Absolutely.
That's how I felt at that point. But after everything was, calmed down, I don't think I had the racistic issues anymore. But on social media, I get it a lot.
And how do you handle that?
I just ignore them. I recently even did a video for my haters, just to, to let them know that I'm seeing them, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
Just like I sang a song for them, as they sweet us, they pain them. So there are a lot of people who wish I went back to my country because they feel like, why would a foreigner come to another man's country and she's making it here? It's I feel like is hurting some people, and I like it because, come on, I'll be so happy if a Nigerian goes to my country. And I know some Nigerian influencers there making it out there. I would love that. I would respect the fact that somebody's interested in my culture and trying to make change in the country. So basically, how I handle it, I just get motivated by them and move on.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
You speak so much like a Nigerian. Yeah, and you speak so well. Good diction, good English. I want to ask, do you speak English? Did you start speaking English from Russia?
Yeah, I was speaking English back from university.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what were you doing in Russia before you came to Nigeria?
I was interesting. It's something I don't really talk about. I was a doctor. I was a sports doctor. I was working with Russian Tennis Federation at that point because I just graduated. I just finished my master's degree, and I was already doing little works with big teams in Moscow. So my dream back then was to work as a sports doctor in one of the big football teams and travel out. So I always believed that I don't belong in Russia.
Yeah.
I have to be out of this country. There's more I can give to the world. But you see, God decided that you need to go to Africa.
Right?
They need you there, So basically, that's what I was doing. I was a doctor.
Wow. So the journey from being a doctor to being a content creator, how has that been?
A lot of judgment, a lot of misunderstandings from family, relatives, friends. I lost a lot of friends because they're like, what the fish are you doing? What are you doing in Africa? Like, what's wrong with you? You've studied how many years? Like 8 years, right? 6 years of general medicine, 2 years of master's degree in sports medicine. And I was a good student. It's not like I was...
I mean, I can't tell.
Thank you. So people, of course, there's a lot of judgment on like, why would you leave everything behind and what are you doing? And I was really struggling from 2020 to 2024 in Nigeria. I've been homeless, I've been hungry in some moments, a lot of things happened, right? And when people see those things, they're like, you're suffering yourself. Why would you leave this behind and do this thing?
Yeah.
But they don't have the vision I have, right? And me, I believe that success doesn't come easily. You will go through struggles, you will suffer, you'll hit the bump, but then you raise up. Yeah. So now, I lost a lot of friends. I don't talk to relatives, but my family, Like my mom, my sisters, I think they're everything I have in this life. So they're kind of proud of me after seeing what I've done and the results. Of course, people need to see results before they believe back in you.
Yeah.
But at that time, nobody believed in me.
Wow. And how did that make you feel?
You're making me emotional now. I don't know.
Did you at some point regret your decision to come? Did you you feel like you made a big mistake?
No, I never felt like I made a big mistake, but in some moments, of course, you felt like everything is just not going the way you want, and maybe people are right on what they're saying. So there are moments like that, and of course, it puts you in depression, breakdown. So there've been moments like that, but there's always something that I can't explain on a spiritual level that keeps pushing me, that there is more you need to do than there's more to you than what you even think. And honestly, if somebody would tell me that I would do a first content creation masterclass of its kind in Nigeria last year, I wouldn't believe that I could do something like that. And I'm doing second one soon.
Exactly.
I would never even think I would become a popular in another man's country, and people would be recognizing me out there and doing things like that. I would never think about it. I wasn't even expecting fame at all. But it just came. So when I believe, so what really kept me going, it was when I meet random person outside and he tells me, especially all those Uber drivers, they're like, first of all, that reaction, oh, finally, I don't carry celebrity, they'll be happy. Then the next thing, I watch your videos, I follow you for Facebook, I even share, I really love what you do, because at the end of the day, when we work hard, we come back, we want to laugh. And when we see your comedy, it brings us joy. So when I hear those things, I'm like, some people actually need me. Even if my own people left me for that side, but
you're making impact.
I'm making impact. I'm making people smile. So that was kept me going.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so you said love brought you to Nigeria.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Just a bit. I remember we had this conversation last year. I want to know, you also have a very good grasp of our pidgin English. I want to know whether it's love that made you, or just merely, like living in Nigeria.
Love, of course, plays a role on learning your your partner's language, because you want to understand him better and you want to know more about him. And of course, you also don't want to, when you are in the midst of his family members, friends, you don't want them to gossip about you. Anything bad. So I wanted to understand the language, So that was the first thing back then. And then along the line, I think I also always had interest in languages. So I like learning languages, basically.
And I remember that you mentioned that, I think you spent some more time in Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
Right? When you first came. So, and I know for a fact that Port Harcourt, their pidgins are another level, So I feel like that also kept you grounded.
It helps me a lot, yeah.
Because your pidgin is really conk, man.
Really? You never see anything. If I use the actual Port Harcourt slang.
Yeah, because they have like their own lingua, their own slang. It's different.
I remember when I first came to Lagos after Port Harcourt and I was speaking pidgin to some Lagosians. There were some words they couldn't understand. Like, where you learn this pidgin? I was like, they come from PH now, not be PH pidgin.
Exactly.
So it's kind of really strong. And when I came here, I realized not everybody has that strong pidgin in Lagos. So basically Port Harcourt, being there for how many months now? 5 months. Stayed there for 5 months during that COVID period.
Okay.
And I was on the streets. On the streets, not like doing something bad, but I was hustling. I mean, I'm in somebody's country. I don't have money. I don't have shishi. Everybody's against me. My mom denied me as a daughter. A lot of things are happening. My favorite person, my grandmom, she was sick in Russia. A lot of things were happening, and I just needed money. I was looking for ways to make money. I had to go to streets. I had to look for things, and my ex wasn't he was supportive, right? But he wasn't highly motivated. I think he was too comfortable at that period. So we actually needed money for a lot of things. I also had loans in Russia, financial loans that were growing every day because I couldn't pay it. So that made my experience worse because I was broke.
I can't imagine.
So I was on the streets basically shooting videos. That's how I started making content out of survival. I was like, let me try make videos, see how it goes. Maybe I'll make some money, because I was seeing that time Nasty Blaq, Sydney Talker. I was looking up to them. They're doing well, and I'm like, maybe I can also do like that.
The same.
Not even knowing that after some time I would fall in love with the process of what I was doing. I was actually doing it initially for, let me make money, but then I was like, this is what I actually love doing. Like, I found myself in so many things, in acting, in creating. I didn't know I would be so creative in those ways, So yeah.
Okay.
So we TTM Show, we do it the nicest. Yeah, you get entertainment at its finest.
Okay, Farida, welcome to the game segment of the show. But before we even start, I want to ask, usually you're always wearing gloves. Where's your gloves? Where's what happened today?
The problem is I didn't have the color of the gloves that would match this particular outfit.
Oh.
Yeah, so I couldn't wear black or white because this is milky.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
because I know,
yeah,
once I see Farida, once I see Farida, I see the gloves. Okay, so the rules of the game is simple. It's a game of speed. All we need to do is, throw the egg up and catch it in the cup. Yeah, well, I don't know. That's what they call it now, guys. Not eggs now.
What if the egg breaks?
No, don't be breakable egg. So let me give you an example. So basically, what we're doing is this.
Oh.
So we have to do it as fast
Yeah, I
as
brought it
possible.
already.
Well, let's see how fast we can do it.
Something has to inspire me to do it. Like,
Okay.
what's the price?
So I will pray for you to have long life. Whoever wins.
I like that. Let's go. Prayer goes a long way.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Where do we start from? This side?
I think you can start anywhere.
This side? Yes. No, I think it's better from this side.
Yeah. Side. To be honest, I think anyone can start anywhere.
Yeah.
Whichever one is convenient for us. So.
All right.
All right, let's get into it. Are you ready?
On 3, 2, 1, ba?
Yeah. On 3, 2, 1, go.
This one failed. Come on. What is that? Oh God. This place is wet. Nah, Toby, you have one.
Hey, God, amigo! Ah, I'm a pro!
No, Toby, come, Toby. See, there's water here.
Okay.
So it was slippery when I was moving.
Okay, should we go again?
Yes.
Oh yeah, please, can I get tissue? Okay, so this is round 2. We've sorted everything that needs to be sorted.
All right.
No more excuse.
All right.
Fastest finger. Fastest person, Sha. Oh yeah, let's go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hey!
Gege. Ay. Ibile.
Not draw.
1-1.
Not draw. Well done. Thank you so much, Farida.
Yeah,
God bless
thank you.
you.
That
Thank
was
you
fun.
so much. So who win? Shana Farida, me.
She won.
You guys are haters. You are haters.
So we TTM Show, we do it the nicest. Yeah, you get entertainment at its finest.
I want to ask, and feel free not to answer.
Okay.
But if you can, please do tell us what actually, because I'm fascinated by your story, and I've been fascinated by it since we met. And spoke. Love brought you to Nigeria, but something else is keeping you in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what really happened?
Just ask, what are you doing in Nigeria?
No. I really want to know, you know, because I believe that for you to decide to leave everything, I mean, of course, you didn't plan to, you know,
Yeah.
be here. It was just a visit, and then, you know, you got stuck because of COVID and all of that. But I believe that for you to even, you know, decide to come, you came the first time in 2019, and then you came back in 2020, you know, the love must have been so much. So what really happened? Because you're referring to him now as ex.
Come on. I said I was in Port Harcourt for 5 months, yeah. So we broke up and I needed to leave Port Harcourt because I was in Port Harcourt because of him. And within that 5 months, I was able to already build some fan base in Port Harcourt, doing all these videos every day outside, you know, and I already had, how many, is it 17,000 followers or so. And it was a big deal then, like people, in Port Harcourt, I was already popular. So things didn't work out between us. I needed to leave. And in Lagos, I had some fans reaching out to me saying that, you know, come to Lagos, come to Lagos. So there was this, Lagos was just calling me somehow. So as we broke up, we're breaking up, I was also thinking, where next am I going? I still cannot go back to Russia because I have no money and lockdown is still there. You know, so I need to find my way and I can't be in Port Harcourt. You know, so I had this lady who was on a modeling agency. She wanted me to come. She promised me accommodation in Lagos, and she said we'll work together on some fashion events, you know. I was happy because she promised me accommodation. I was like, what else do I need?
Exactly.
You know, so with the last little money I had, by the way, I earned it in Port Harcourt for those videos I was doing.
that you were doing.
Yeah, I came to Lagos. There was also another story behind it, how I was stranded in airport and all of that, but it's all good. And I was stranded because the same lady that invited me, she wasn't picking my calls for the whole day. And I was literally stranded from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. I was just at the airport. I didn't know what to do. So she wasn't picking my calls. I was calling. She didn't pick anything. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do. I don't know.
First time in Lagos.
I don't know many people. I did know some celebrities already. Like I knew Nasty Blaq. I knew a couple of other people, but I didn't think of reaching out to them on this kind of you know, issue. And I'm not the kind of person that asks easily for help. I try to figure out things myself. So then something was just telling me, go through your DMs. I opened my DMs and I was going through my DMs and I saw some Lagos fans messages, and there was this particular guy. I'll say his name. His name is Elamin. He's even my friend now. Okay. So he wrote a message. He was like, "Yo, this. Anytime you're in Lagos, let me know." And this message was sent long ago, you know. So I was like, I don't remember the whole conversation, but we came to a point where I didn't want to tell him I need help, but
yeah, I know.
I just responded to a message, you know, and with flow, it got to a point where, are you in Lagos? And I was like, yeah, I'm at the airport. I was like, oh, he was excited, you know. So I told him what happened after that. And of course, he came through, he helped me out. I remember even back then, Elamin was staying in a very small BQ room that he was sharing with a lot of people. So it was a very small place. There was not even place to put my luggage in. But at that point, I was so happy because there was roof.
Well, at least there was roof over your head.
There was roof over my head, you know, and he came through that time. That's why he's a good friend of mine now. Basically, from there, my Lagos experience started. Breakup happened. The reason I came to Nigeria has ended. Yeah. Right?
And you had to survive.
So what kept me was, for the next 5-6 months, I was still trying to keep doing videos and collaborate with Lagos people, and things were going not bad, even though I was having really tough experiences along the line, people taking advantage of me, people trying to do different kind of you know. And what really kept me in Nigeria, to make it short, is the fact that even going through all these tough experiences, literally Nigeria showed me shege. So going through this shege and seeing few people, strangers, coming on my way and helping, it's kind of made me understand that I am loved, or there are some genuine people that care about you. And I was in the situation at that point that all my own folks, people that I actually
Yeah.
should, they left me.
Rejected
They
you, yeah.
rejected me. They, even though my mom is an amazing woman. She believes in me, but at that point she wasn't there when I needed her. So. Seeing those people, I didn't want to leave this space because in this space I felt like I discovered myself in an acting career, creating content, because I never knew I could do all these things. And in this same space, I had the toughest experience of my life where I kind of found myself, and I also found my mission. So with that, no matter how many other horrible things happened to me in Nigeria where I could think about leaving, I wasn't. I still stayed back, and I decided that I'm gonna grow here.
So the lady who was supposed to help you with the fashion thing, the modeling thing, rather, did she later reach out?
We are cool now.
Oh wow.
We are cool.
Yeah. Did
She
she give a reason?
she still actually supported later on, but it wasn't at that same period. So what she did was she didn't give me accommodation, but she sent one of her model girls to so like she was staying in a big house in Osapa, London back then. So she said I can stay there for 2 weeks, and I needed to leave the place with Elamin because
the space.
Yeah, it wasn't like a good conditions and stuff. So I left there, and also he's a man. Staying with the man in the same space, nah.
Yeah.
No, it's not advisable. So I had to leave there, and I stayed with this girl for 2 weeks. From there, so it's been like staying with different people, some people that I don't even know.
Wow.
Till 2024. It's only in 2024 I was able to rent my own place, which was last year.
Quite inspirational. Quite inspirational.
Thank you.
So from 2020 to, we're in 2025 now. Did it ever occur to you, did you ever travel to Russia?
Yeah, I do once in a year.
Okay.
Once in a year.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask that, did it ever occur to you that, okay, let me just go back and...
Of course, no, I miss my family. Even though they rejected me, which was my mom, we definitely go back, we settled it. She loves me to the moon and back, and I love her as well. I owe that woman a lot of things. So no matter how, there's no matter how against your parents could be of your decisions, at the end of the day, we still know that they love us. And they against of our decisions just because we're not doing it the way they want. They're old school, we're new school, right? And it's normal. Those things, misunderstandings are normal between parents and daughters. So me, I never gave up on my mom. I love her. And I always knew even if she's against me, I'll still make her happy.
Okay.
So I wanted to go and see them badly.
Okay. Yeah. So your first skit, you had like 5,000 views. Yeah. Am I correct?
Something like that.
Okay, and I think it made you like 5,000 naira.
No, that wasn't first skit.
Okay.
It was first movie.
Oh.
First movie I acted in Port Harcourt.
In Port Harcourt.
Yeah, so they needed a white lady that is married to an Igbo man. That was the storyline.
Yeah.
So the payment was 5,000.
Was 5,000. How did that make you feel?
Me and my ex-boyfriend, we had to drive all the way down from, it was in the end of,
Port Harcourt.
Yes, and we drove there, the fuel alone, it's already like, the transport alone could be like already 3K.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know they wanted to pay. It's only when we got there, I told my ex that he will be my manager. He will act like my manager, We're at least expecting like 20K or 30K, because it was 2 day shoot actually, it wasn't just 1 day. We went there first day, then we went there second day. So I was telling him, you'll be like my manager, you negotiate that I shouldn't do anything. I wanted to be professional, So once we got there, of course he started acting like my manager, then later he came to me and was like, Farida, they don't have money. It's just 5,000 they want to give for 2 days. I'm like, really? 5,000? So even with that 5,000, I was like, yes. Like I was so happy. I was so excited because I was the first 5,000 I was ever making in Nigeria. So I was excited. It's like you're working hard for the money you're making. And I was killing myself to make at least 1,000 naira. It was tough. So it was cool. It was exciting. I was really happy, and that same movie experience what actually made me realize that I love acting, because I've never acted in my life before.
Yeah.
Skits is, we still know that skits is different.
Yeah.
You can fake, is a short acting, you know,
Yeah.
anybody can do skits, let's be honest. But I'm talking about real acting, is when you have to, for longer than even 20-30 minutes, you can act one scene and different takes, and you need to embody the role that you're acting. It's a different experience. So on that day I felt it. I don't know, I embodied the role, and I never had issues with second take, third take, to an extent that after when we were done, the director had to come to me and ask me one question: have you acted before? And I'm like, no. He started asking my ex-boyfriend, did she actually act before, something like that. I said, no, I only did Waka Pass By role in Russia. You know, all those ones where the crowd scenes,
Yeah,
crowd.
yeah, just part of the crowd.
Yes, that's what I did twice, but acting, no. So it's like, you're actually very good. I was surprised. We didn't even do any second take for you. We didn't even cut you when it comes to you, your acting. But we did it for other actors.
Of course.
So I was like, thank you. So that day I realized that it's more like a day where you discover yourself. So that's gift, talent, or whatever.
And to be honest, and I'm not saying this to gas you, but your contents are quite, you know, very relatable. And quite creative, you know, and you know, it will seem to me that you've been doing this for years, but you know, you just started, you just discovered, you discovered yourself on that set, and that's how you knew that okay, I think I actually like doing this. There's one of your contents I remember, and now I can actually say, oh, this is relatable. You know, the contents where you're being hit by different people, you know, with like the years behind them, like 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023.
Yeah, that content, you know, went viral.
Yeah, it really went viral. And, you know, I saw that and I'm like, wow. So, you know, at the time, I didn't know you personally, you know, but I could relate. But now I could, yes, but now I can even relate more because that was actually you here in Nigeria, all those years, going through a lot, you know, trying to find your footing. And yeah, so your story is quite inspirational.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so I want us to see a video of you. Yeah, please.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God. Why this video? I don't have to tell you things are wrong. Everybody knows things are wrong. It's a mess out there. Everyone is addicted to their screens, to the lies they're being fed. People are scrolling their lives away, trapped in an endless cycle of fake news, fake smiles, fake lives. We're being fed distractions, kept busy with meaningless trends. The wars are raging on, but no one sees it behind their filters. Truth has become a shadow, something we scroll past while people suffer, while the world burns. We don't breathe fresh air anymore. We breathe digital lies. We don't think for ourselves anymore because we're told what to think by fake prophets, by influencers, by algorithms that don't even care about our souls. We're more concerned about the likes and follows than the actual lives we live. Every day we watch the news, but it's not the news, it's scripted reality made to keep us numb, distracted, sedated. Relationships have lost their meaning. Love isn't valid anymore. Instead,
wow. Wow. And tears when they drop
I feel like
as in, that's a very deep one, you know. That's a monologue, right? I want to ask, what was the inspiration, what was the motivation behind this monologue? And that feels so original. I believe you wrote that. What was the inspiration behind it? And you know, I could connect. What was the inspiration behind that?
It's the reality around us. It's just, how do I say it, right? The monologue says
Yeah.
for itself, right?
And it felt
As-
poetic, very
Yeah, I really
like
needed.
spoken words.
I mean, my PA can confirm how long it took me to practice this. I didn't want just to do monologue and go.
Yeah.
First of all, it took me like 4 months because I'm always busy, right?
Yeah.
And in these 4 months, I take at least 1 or 2 hours in a week to just practice this monologue because I wanted to express it well, right? And then writing it alone also took me 2 months.
Yeah, I can
'cause-
imagine because
Yeah, and it's just seeing the reality around us always keeps me upset because people don't connect anymore on a genuine level. You go out with people, they're always on their phones, they
Yeah.
press, they don't talk anymore. They don't even try to get to know each other anymore. A simple example: when we were upstairs, one of your crew members, Yetunde,
okay.
I even had to ask her name, right? And my PA was pressing his phone. She was pressing
her phone.
her phone. There's nothing going on. And when I always see that, it just upsets
Breaks
me.
your heart.
Yeah, it breaks my heart because there's more to life. There's more to us humans. And if we don't connect, if we don't pay attention to each other, we're not going anywhere. We're so glued to the screens, and then we believe to whatever that is there. People don't believe each other anymore. It's just a whole lot of things. Basically, the whole monologue was about how digital space is ruling us nowadays, and because of that, it's at the same time there are advantages to digital space. I'm not saying it's just the bad
Yeah,
thing,
of course.
but we as humans, we have ability to control that and keep it balanced. There are times when you have to be on the screen to research, to learn, to create, but not always being glued, because if you're glued like that, your dreams are going away. You won't achieve much because you're passing time watching on what Tunde Not is posting,
Yeah.
what is going on out there. You feel like you keep being entertained by that while your actual lifetime is passing by and you're not doing anything but watching what's going on in other people's lives. And if I ask you a question, what's going on in your life, it's the answer is always the same.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Oh.
Is you.
And what are you doing about it?
I know, right?
You're pressing your phone, you're scrolling every day. Come on. So just seeing all those things, it was one of the ways to inspire. And then on relationship part also, we all know that there's nothing like relationships anymore. Just like I said, love isn't valued anymore because we're just playing with love. We meet, it's just short time stuff. People don't appreciate people anymore.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Deep.
Deep,
I've learned
yeah.
something. And to be honest, I've thought about this thing. I've seen videos, videos like yours, but talking about, human connection. We really don't have genuine human connection anymore because, we're always in the digital world. We're always on our phones, and there are no real conversations anymore,
Yeah.
And easy. But like you said, what are you doing about it? Like conversations to move you forward? We don't have them anymore because
Sure.
of the kind of world we find ourselves in. So I think that's a very good one, and
Thank you.
it's something that can, that's the thing about making impact, because you just didn't decide that, I want to do content creation. You decided that you wanted to start doing content that is impactful, and that's one of it, and I applaud you for that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, so we're gonna pause for a bit. There's something the last guest left for you. So there's a box, we call it the mystery box. We have it here. So just open it and see. Can I have that? Thank you. So
Interesting.
this is the mystery box. So all you need to do is open it and see what's inside. It's mystery, so unravel the mystery yourself.
Am I safe?
No, you're safe, don't worry.
The box is big.
Don't be deceived.
Oh. I can take it out here.
Yes, you can. So you can read it out loud. So let's hear it.
You carry out a surprise task from our mystery box that was left for you by the last guest on the show. It takes less than 30 seconds and it's all about good vibes, nothing embarrassing or harmful. Just have fun with it. Okay, let me read it. Remove really? Remove 3 accessories you're wearing without standing up, or donate 5,000 naira to charity through TTM Show. Oh, I'll donate 5,000 naira.
Ladies and gentlemen, Farida! Thank you so
This
much.
is so sweet.
Yeah. So what will happen is at the end of the show,
Yeah.
you're also gonna write something that you would like the next guests to do. Yeah. So yeah, that's the idea basically.
Interesting. That's cool.
Thank you so much. Okay, so moving on. So your name is Farida. I would naturally think that that's a Muslim name. So
I get that a lot. Are you a Muslim?
yeah. So I want to ask, are you a Muslim?
I'm not actually.
Okay.
But I was born in a half Muslim, half Christian family.
Oh.
So my grandfather was a Muslim, my grandmom was a Christian. So as I was growing up, they used to take us to mosque, they used to take us to church. So it was confusing kind of. Growing up in 2 religions was, crazy. But at the same time, that opened my mind to more things on a spiritual level, to realize that it's not about religion at the end of the day. God is one, and I respectfully, I'm always in every religion, that's what you could say. But for me, there's one God, You might call him Allah, you might call him Buddha, you might call him Jesus Christ, you can call him anything you want, but he's God,
Amazing stuff. So Farida, I'm curious. So tell us about Russia, cause yeah.
Like we're not talking about the war.
No. I mean, no, not the war, but I mean, just tell us, open our minds, cause me, from when I was little, if you ask me that, oh, what do you know about Russia? I'll say, Russia is that place where we have mean people.
Really?
Honestly, that's the idea. I don't know if this is general, but that's the idea that I got, And then from watching like movies and stuff, movies will push whatever agenda the producer has, but it doesn't make it universal. It doesn't make it true. It doesn't, so I don't know. You're Russian. Tell me about Russia.
Russia is an amazing country, actually, very cultural. Proudly, I can say that Russia has not been part of any colonization process in Africa. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't want to hear people reminding me that your forefathers did. That's one. Russia always have been about themselves. Like, we are patriotic people, and we love our nation. Even though Nigeria is my second home, I proudly say I am Russian. So no matter what, no matter how much I love Nigeria, even if I stay here for the next 50 years, you see, Russia is where I come from. That's where I was born. So why people always keep saying that we're mean people is because...
So you've heard that before.
I hear it everywhere. Anywhere I go, they feel like we're mean. We're mean, we are rude, we are... Some even say Russians are racists. I don't know where they're getting that one from. But I guess it's from the experience of few who live in Russia and probably encountered some racistic moments, But why we could look like we're mean people is because we're actually straightforward. We don't do kona anywhere.
Yeah.
If this is the way I feel about you, I'll tell you this is how I feel about you.
I
it might
know
not
that
make
for
you
a
feel.
Fact.
Yes.
Actually, I noticed that last year,
Right?
when we were at the conference. Yeah.
The way I feel like I'll say it.
You just say it.
So because of that, some people could feel like you're being mean, or some people don't like truth. And when you say the truth, they feel like, oh, Russians are mean. So no, Russians are not mean. They've never been mean. They are straightforward. They say the way they feel. That's one thing about us. Culturally, that's how we grow up. And for the movies, Hollywood, for Western media, how they portray us, it's really... I feel like going there and fighting them because they feel like Russians are walking with the guns everywhere. They are spies. Even me, If you go to some of my posts on Facebook, especially recent posts, some comments from my haters is that she's a spy. She's a spy in Nigeria. But look, guys, they're not even writing the whole text like this, long text of why she is a spy. How can a young girl come alone, learn our language, embody our culture, do this, become popular? She's chopping our money. She's this, she's that, and like, of course, she's a spy. She's a Russian spy. And I would just be reading and laughing.
Yeah, that's always like the opinion. Once you say,
so some people actually think, and then you see other people commenting, you're watching too many Hollywood movies. Those are who understand that it's all from media. And knowing how relationship has been always for years between America and Russia, we know that media always will show you what they want to show you.
What they want to show you.
So they always try to portray that picture of Russia that, you know, we're mean, we're mafias, we are drug dealers, whatever it is, we're everything, but we're not good. You know. So.
Thank you for opening my eyes. 'Cause, yeah, I mean, I would, because I've seen lots of movies, and you know that gave me. In fact, if you remember, I think we had a little bit of that conversation.
We did.
Yeah, at the conference, there was a man who lives in Russia who, you know, and was telling us about Russia.
Yeah.
And I remember asking him that, but they said there's racism, and the guy is like, no, I live in Russia, and he's a Yoruba man. You know, that he's been living in Russia for the past, and he was speaking the language with you.
Yeah, I remember.
So
there's racism, of course, like in every white man's country. Even here, there's racism. I have racism.
Amongst,
Yeah, so even when I posted the video about haters, some people were shocked. Like, even Farida, you too, you get racism from black people. I said, racism is everywhere. Like, some crazily patriotic people, they don't like any other person apart from themselves. So it's everywhere. So even in Russia, one thing I like is that for years you've never would hear of a case where a black person has been killed or shot, or the highest you can hear, there was a fight between Russians and foreigners, Indians and foreigners, but like killing, you will never hear a case like that, you know, because it doesn't happen. We are not that. They're not racist. That tells you a lot that we're not racist. The highest could happen is misunderstanding, fight.
Which is normal.
Yeah.
Because even your brother.
So let me ask you now, talking about America and some Western countries, you hear a lot of killings. You know,
yeah, of course.
So
of course.
Russia is not a racist country.
Thank you so much for opening my eyes. So Nigerians and Russians are known to be survivors. You know, so which one or which side would you say helped you, you know, navigate through the hard times that you had? Which side of you? Is it the Russian in you, or, you know, the Nigerian in you where you got here?
So if the Russian me didn't get to Nigeria, would I survive Nigeria?
True.
So I think it's more not even about Russian or Nigerian. I think it's more about how I grew up, in which conditions, the past experience. It makes you who you are today. So the character I had even in Russia, it was always that strong girl that is always hustling, fighting for her life. She has big dreams and she's going for all of that. You know, so basically, even here, all these tough experiences, it was that strong me that was trying to pull out of everything. So I don't think there's Russian me, there's Nigerian me. The only thing I know for sure in Nigeria, what I've learned and what I appreciate here is the feeling of happiness. That's one thing I've learned from Nigerian people, which is different from my own people. My people, you could see them, you can see problem walking on the streets.
I think you're even more reserved. Like generally, I don't know. Yeah.
So Nigerian people taught me how to be, despite what you go through, keep smiling, keep dancing, keep being happy.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Not just Nigerian, Africans in generally. It's one thing you guys have, and I really cherish that.
And I think you've been able to imbibe that a lot, because I remember we went through a lot, you know, at where we met.
Festival.
Yeah. But you know, you always manage to keep that smile and even make jokes out of
because
the things that we were going through, and you know, it even made it more fun for us, because you know, we're going through stuff but we're still laughing about it, like, hey,
exactly.
You know,
we really want to make it serious. It's not that serious, because if we keep being serious about our problems and what we go through, we're just only affecting ourselves, and we're getting old so fast. So being smiling and being happy keeps you younger. That's what I heard. I don't know how true is that.
I think it's true. I think it's
true, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
So have you ever tried to like teach your Russian family some Nigerian slangs? One of those times.
Of course. Of course. I even did some videos with them where my sisters were. There was one video that went viral back then where I teach them a bad thing, how to do waka. So I did a video where 4 of my sisters, white young sisters, they're just doing waka. So that video went viral, and then also I taught them some basics like how far I did. They know all of this already. So they funny enough, they know a lot about Nigeria just through my lens. They see a lot. They sometimes, what I like also is that they now love Nigeria because I try to show the only beautiful parts of Nigeria. They are excited to come here. They want to come to Nigeria, explore, because they feel like Africa is not what they always show them on the TV. Now, from my own lens, they're seeing another thing, that Africa is actually beautiful. It's civilized. People are okay. It's normal place actually, like every other country, So basically, I can't wait for them to come here as well. So I'll bring them one day.
Nice. We can't wait to see them. Yeah. So you've been around since 2020. That's about 5 years.
5 years now.
5 years now. Wow, that's a long time.
Time is running.
I know, right? I know that you're just going with the flow, but I want to ask. You probably have your plans. What do you think is your plans? What are your plans for, like the future? Do you think, I want to settle down in Nigeria? You think, after a while, I'll go back to, my place, and, what exactly?
They say if you want to be on the safe side, don't tell about your plans.
I know,
and this is us telling my plans to millions of people, right? They'll watch it later. No way, I ain't gonna tell about my plans, bruh. But the general thing I'm gonna say is that I go with the flow. Because after Nigeria happened to me, I know that no matter what you plan, it might not go as you planned. Because life has its own plans for you and surprises. So I go with the flow. I have dreams. Of course, I would love to settle down as well. But in this generation, it's hard to do it. But anyways, back to the topic.
I know.
I think, anything life gives me, I'm positive about everything. Even though things might seem a bit discouraging out there, the reality, the world we're living in, the conditions, but I'm always positive, and I always have hope that I'm talking about family-wise, that it will work out. So definitely, I'll settle down. But I think for now I'm here. We don't know what's coming tomorrow.
Oh, the flow.
Yeah.
Okay, what's one thing you miss about Russia?
Is my local food.
Tell us
miss
about
my mother's food.
What's it called?
They're different. We have different.
What's your favorite?
My favorite is pelmeni.
Okay.
Pelmeni is like a common Russian dish. Yeah, then we have some other ones as well. Plenty of them. Now, when are you coming to Russia?
I'm on very soon. As you talk now, I don't be interested.
So you go try them?
Yeah. The other thing is I have to guard up well because of the cold.
No, it's not cold now, right? This is April.
Okay.
From April to September, it's not going to be cold.
Oh, okay. So maybe I'll just come when it's all cold.
I'm going in August. Let's go.
I may carry me good.
You're going to my luggage now.
Okay, I wanted to ask, so what Nigerian dish reminds you of that favorite dish? Is there any? No?
I think the only Nigerian dish that can remind me of that dish, no. There's no Nigerian dish that can remind me of that pelmeni.
That particular.
But jollof rice reminds me of our plov. It's our own rice with chicken, the way we cook it.
Oh.
It's almost the same, but not the same, you understand? So it's like fried rice with chicken, that kind of vibe. So anytime I eat jollof rice or fried rice,
That you just
I miss
yeah.
flow. Yes.
Okay. So what's your favorite Nigerian dish?
Egusi soup. I always say that.
Wow.
Egusi soup.
And any type of swallow? Or
It doesn't mean eba. Eba is the common one I like, but I like all of them actually.
okay.
I like semo as well.
Madu. Madu.
Pounded yam.
Yeah.
I like all of them. Anyone that comes.
So do you think that someday you would probably do a movie, produce a movie, you know?
Someday.
Yeah. To, I don't know, to just reflect some of the things you've gone through, you know, life of, you know, a Russian who came to Nigeria. I don't know. I'm just
You feel
saying.
like that's a movie on its own, right?
Because that movie, everything you don't talk, man.
Actually,
That film, because I can imagine. So I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. I go to a foreign country, you know, I don't know anybody there, and then I try to survive. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's really crazy. And then I rise from that to being like one of the most famous, you know, content creators. That's really mad.
Really.
So do you think you would document that someday as either a movie or maybe a
book.
documentary? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I will. I have plans to do that.
That would be amazing.
But I want my story to be more successful by the time I want to do it.
Okay.
You know? So I know I'm not ready yet. I'm not successful enough yet. There's never enough. I know we humans, we are greedy people. We're greedy creatures.
Actually.
When we achieve what we want to, because what I have today is something I wanted last year. You understand? So, but there's this one big picture vision. I know once I get there, I know I wouldn't be greedy anymore. Me, I know myself.
Yeah.
I'm not one of the greedy people.
Yeah.
I'll be appreciative, I'll be grateful, and I know from there I'm okay. So I think at that point I'll be ready to do a movie.
What's your dream role? Yeah, in a movie. What's that role that you feel like?
I want really good action role. Yes, because I feel like there's so much in me that I need
You've
to
done
bring
a couple of action contents, right?
I've done action content, yes.
Yeah. Wow.
But I need an action role in the movie, something crazy, something, even if it takes me to train for it for 6 months or 1 year, I don't mind. I'll train. I ride power bike, I do crazy things, I climb things,
Yeah.
I jump things. So I feel like all those things is wasting because I'm not putting it somewhere.
Yeah.
So I really need a good action role.
Okay. Tell us about, you know, your biker experience. You ride power bikes. What's the love? Why do you love power bikes so much?
Before I answer that question, let me ask you, what is your therapy for you? What takes away your sorrows, and what do you do to take away your sorrows? I know the interview is about me, but I want to hear your own.
I would probably say, I don't know. I love seeing movies. I don't know if that takes away. I don't know if that takes away my
watching
sorrows.
movies, yeah.
Because I think more of that, because when I'm down, that's always like the next what's it
I
called?
understand.
Yeah, point of action. Like, okay, at least everything. Well, make I just see one movie. Make I just, you know. So I feel like it's sort of like a therapy for me. And then, I think I used to. So the thing is, this one now I know they do them again, but at some point I used to read.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that one, I know they do them. I don't know. I've gotten so busy that reading now is like work for me.
That's what happens.
Yeah. So So that's it for me.
Amazing. So that's it for me, the biking.
Oh.
So anytime I'm on the bike, I'm riding, I forget everything. It's just me and the road, and probably music in my ears sometimes. So you need to be so focused when you ride.
Yeah.
Because every little thing might,
Yeah.
So that alone is a therapy for me, because I'm not thinking about anything else. Because if immediately I come back from the bike, the next thing is, okay, in the next 1 hour I have a shoot, I have this, I have to go there, I have something to edit, blah, blah, blah. So many things to do.
Yeah.
So I don't have my bike yet. I'm actually going to get one soon by God's grace. I know that once I have a bike, every day I will need to at least go ride for
Right.
30 minutes or 1 hour. Because that's a really good therapy, like
Wow.
calms my head down.
That's actually surprising because, you know, for me, when I see, you know, bikers, I'm like, these guys just they like, you know, to take risks.
Misbehaving.
Yeah, you know, they are just, you know, people that like the dangerous life. But it's, you know, it's funny that you mentioned now that it's a form of therapy for you. And
For me, yeah.
wow, that's really cool.
And trust me, for many bikers, it is. They might not speak about it, but it is. Especially for male gender. When we are like in the biker set, that's one thing they talk about. They usually get tired of their wives, their family problems, you know, not like tired, but
but
you
like,
understand the life
overwhelming,
stress.
Yeah.
So once they climb the bike, go for a ride, it helps them
Wow.
to refresh, you know. So it actually helps.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. So did you learn biking here in Nigeria, or you already were biking?
I learned it here in Nigeria, but funny story, yeah. It's always been my dream to ride a power bike. Like if I see power bike passing, my head is always like my neck is turned because that boom. So since I was a kid, I used to react to it like that. So it's you know, we always have some dreams.
Yeah.
It was one of my dreams to ride a power bike. And how it became my dream, it was when back then as a kid, I used to watch all those action movies, American action movies, and there was this hot girl, like hot chick. I remember this picture very well because I told myself one day this is going to be me. So the way she was, like, she parked a bike, she rides. You know how they take those shots, right, in the movies. She rides. The next thing she parks the bike, and then she takes off her helmet. Then she flips her hair, and she's all hot and sexy and on heels. And I was like, whoa! I used to admire that a lot anytime I see it in the movies. And I told myself, I'm going to be in her shoe one day. So I didn't know when. In Russia, I never had a chance to learn. And then in Nigeria, there was just like 1.5 years ago, if not 2 years, there was right moment, right? They invited me for a biking event. I've been seeing bikers, but you know, when God wants you to do something, He will send a particular set of people to you at that point. So He was sending bikers on my way back to back. I met one biker here, and then there was one day in the traffic. It was hold up of 6 hours on 3rd Mainland Bridge, and I saw one power bike, and I had to stop him. I told him, Alpha, can you carry me to Ikeja? Because where are you going? Luckily he was going to Ikeja as well.
Oh.
So in a funny ways, God's been sending me power bike people.
Guys,
And that was a sign for me. Okay, it's time. So I went to riding school. I've learned how to ride immediately. I jumped on the bike.
Wow.
Didn't even waste time. And then that dream I was talking about, there was a day when I drove to Krispy Kreme in VI. I parked the bike, and there were all those dispatch riders around, and also some people coming out of the car. And I parked the bike, and I was looking hot. Actually, I was also using the boots on the heels. So I parked the bike, I removed my helmet, and I flipped my hair like this. And I heard how dispatch riders were like, wow.
Wow.
So that's
just like you envisioned it.
It reminded me, yes. It reminded me of how I visioned it back then when I was a kid, because I even forgot that I actually envisioned it.
Yeah.
So that moment reminded me, I was like, I actually even had some tears on my eyes, and I told myself dreams come true. It might not be now.
Yeah, but eventually.
You know.
Wow. Okay, so what's next for Farida in this, our industry? What's next?
Hey, let me switch my Lego. What's next for me? Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I think I'm even thinking you're asking your crew members.
Yeah,
That's what I
what's
was
next
like.
for Farida, guys?
I was thinking you're asking them. Please ask that question again.
Okay, so what's next for Farida?
What's next for Farida? A lot. Farida is on the stage in front of thousands, if not millions of people. Empowering, teaching, because I see myself as a teacher as well. People get inspired around me. So I wish I can inspire more people. So doing even this content creation masterclass training is a way to give back to community, and definitely to young aspiring content creators, young brands, to like help them, to make it easier for them, to teach them how to do it so they won't make the same mistakes we made, you know. And that's one of the ways I do it. I also try to empower young people around me in other ways that I don't talk about or I don't show it on social media.
Yeah.
You know, so basically what's next is my vision. I don't want to talk about my vision. Is a plan, you know.
I know.
It's definitely, there's a lot to Farida,
Yeah.
you know. There's a lot. But that's just like they say, by God's grace, we go do them small.
Guys, you heard, by God's grace, guys.
By God's grace.
Watch out for
Inshallah.
Farida. Yeah, inshallah.
Yeah.
Watch out for Farida, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Farida.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, and
Thank you, Toby.
thank you for sharing your insights. I've learned a lot. Trust me, I've learned a lot.
And do you know, it also felt like we actually had a conversation.
Yeah, actually, and yeah.
I didn't feel like it was an interview. It felt like it was.
It was just gisting.
Yeah, gisting.
And you know, one of the things that inspired me to call you is the conversations we had last year. I just felt like, no, the world needs to hear this. The world needs to learn from you.
Wow.
And you know, even me, I've learned from you.
Thank you for seeing that.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate that a lot.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having
Ladies
me.
and gentlemen, another round of applause.
It's okay. Thank you, guys.
Farida!
Show, we do it the nicest. Yeah, you get entertainment at its finest.